Today on Behind the Reel, I'm going to talk about the melting faces in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Hello everyone, my name is Ben Farmer and welcome to Behind the Reel, where I talk about how movies are made, the techniques that are used so that you can use them in your own projects to create cinematic magic. Now before we dive in on how they created this effect, let's talk a little bit about the film. Raiders of the Lost Ark was released in June of 1981 and stars the iconic Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. The film is directed by Steven Spielberg with the story by George Lucas. Now fun fact, they both were sitting on a beach talking about this story idea that George had, and they both agreed that Harrison needed to play Indiana Jones. But then Steven said, okay, all of that aside, it doesn't matter what else we do with this movie, John Williams has to do the music. And they both agreed, and then they said, all right, let's go have lunch, we'll worry about the story later. And I always thought that was really funny. So now Harrison Ford has a permanent theme song.
That damn music follows me everywhere.
John Williams lives rent-free in my head, so if you have a theme that's stuck in your head, maybe it's not John Williams, leave it down in the comments, we'll have a support group, we'll talk about it, it's okay. Raiders of the Lost Ark, if you haven't seen it yet, it's streaming as of this recording on Disney+. I highly encourage you to watch it. It's a great fun, it's a great time, so have fun watching it. Okay, let's talk about how they did this. So this was done 100% in camera using practical effects, which means no computer-generated images were used, or CGI for short. Now what they did, the creative team in the VFX or visual effects department, they created this gelatin stuff. And that gelatin would melt in the heat and looked like blood and other things, maybe just chunks of it would drip off. So they thought, hey, this is a great idea for a melting face, let's do this. So what they did is they took a skeleton and then they took a cast of the cast member's face and then they put it on the skeleton with this gelatin on it. And then they put some heat guns on it, and it was pretty like industrial heat guns. And then over a long period of time, the face melted and the pieces came off, the glasses, everything. You see it in the film, but it's really fast. So what they did is they took all that slow footage, they sped it up, and in the movie it looks like it happens really, really quick. You can honestly do this at home with some wax, or maybe come up with your own gelatin stuff, flubber, something like that, I don't know. Make sure you're using protection for your hands and your face and your camera gear, anything like that, because you are dealing with hot objects and maybe you get a hairdryer and do it, but just be careful. That stuff gets really, really hot really quick. The Indiana Jones series is filled with great practical and computer-generated effects later on in the series, so I'm sure we'll talk about more in the future. What other practical effects have you seen that you want to know how it was done? Let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video about it. Be sure to like and subscribe and then hit that notification bell to be notified when the next Behind the Reel gets posted. And that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.